Hey everybody, this is David, the Timeless Runner, once again coming to you with a short stand-up yoga session, well, mostly stand-up yoga. And today we're going to be focusing on our lower body, so on our hips, on our quads, on our hamstrings, and on our calves. And these are the big muscles that we use to move forward. I use them a lot in running, but we use them for walking as well. And they're also the ones that are critical in giving us balance. And if you find that you wake up in the morning with a little bend in your back going one way or another, or bending forward, generally you're going to find that that's a problem that's related to your lower legs, as odd as it may sound. So for example, if your quads are tight, you're going to find yourself being pulled to one side or another. So we're going to start, as always, with some relaxation to get our mind in the right spirit to do yoga. So we'll just start in what they call a mountain pose, which is our feet planted as firmly on the ground as we can, standing up straight as though there's a string pulling us up from the top of our head. And just relax. Take a nice inhale. Feel that crisp morning air, that oxygen coming into your lungs, and then exhale twice as long as your inhale. Just clear your mind so you can focus on feeling your muscles as we go through our poses. We're going to start by loosening up our arms and our shoulders by taking a deep breath in. So we raise our arms up, exhaling as we go on down. Hey there, puppy. And then we're going to add a variation on this to raise up on our toes as we raise our arms up and find that balance point. This is going to work your ankles and your calves. Try and hold that for about 15 to 20 seconds. Again, try and stand straight up. Don't lean back or lean forward if you can. Again, we're going to raise up on our toes as we raise our arms up. If you feel your legs starting to shake, that's generally an indication of some weakness, likely to be in your hips with regard to your balance or your ankles. And then one more time. And reaching up, standing straight, finding that balance point and holding it. And then we're going to start moving down towards our hips. One thing I do every morning is hip circles. And I do these several different ways. But I'm going to start off with the standing hip circles. Again, these are just slow, deliberate circles that you're making with your hips. The more you lean back, the more you'll feel other muscles engaged. Same with moving forward. And then you're going to reverse it, going in the opposite direction. You're going to find that working your hips and your abductors and adductors. One of the ways that I also will do those hip circles is on the ground. I will get down in a kneeling pose or a tabletop position. Kick your knees back a bit and then do the hip circles in that way. quite the sandy ground here, so I'm slipping a bit. And then you can also do them from the tabletop position by moving your leg around in circles. Again, what you do in one direction, you always do in the other. And what you do on one side, you always do on the other side. These are great ways to loosen up your legs, particularly your hips. Hips play a great role in stability while you're up and about. One other way we can do this is laying on our back, grabbing our knees, bring them up to our chest, and again making hip circles. One in one direction, and then returning in the other direction. For flexibility and strength, go into back bridges, which is simply lifting our butt off the ground. You're going to feel the stretch in your quads and in your adductors as you do these. Then slow, controlled motions, just tap the ground with your butt and raise it back up. Great way to build strength in both your quads and in your adductors. I usually do 20 or 25 of these. And then from there, you can move into a low lunge, which is just like a high lunge, only you're kneeling. And just hold that. You'll feel the stretch in your front of your calf that is planted on the ground. Lean back and you'll increase the stretch on your quad. We can do that again. This is why people have yoga mats, so they don't have to slip on sand or kneel on hard ground, but that's okay. You get used to it. And you can go into a standing high lunge from there, which is basically the same pose, only you're going to engage more muscles. Again, you're going to feel the stretch in your quad, on the forward leg and on the rear leg. Again, you can lean back to increase the stretch. Go into a warrior pose from there. And give a little stretch on your groin. If it feels like it's too much of a stretch, it turns into a strain. Strains are not good. And then you can, again, increase the effectiveness of that by leaning forward, stretching the side and your forward leg, and reversing that. Again, you'll feel this on the groin as well as on the quad on your leading leg. And again, when you do it on one side, try and do it on the other. Find your balance, put your quad so it's parallel to the ground, reach up over your head, and hold these poses for about 20 seconds. That's where you get the most good out of them, or the maximum effect. If you want to stretch out your glute, you can bend forward in a slow, controlled motion and reach down to the ground. You'll feel it in your glute on your forward leg. And again, go into warrior from this.
Let's go playground.
and then stretch out your side and your back. Variations on that pose. So those are a couple of really short stand-up stretches that we can do for our legs to get us in tune with the day, to stretch them out, to work those muscles that we work, that we rely on for our motion, and to improve the strength and flexibility. Hope you enjoyed it. If you do like these videos, please click on like. If you want to see them when they come out, I generally do 1 or 2 new videos a week. Please click on subscribe. Hey, thanks for watching.